Have you ever felt stuck trying to speak or understand English? Imagine learning English in a way that's fun, practical, and actually works. This is the story of Emma, a young woman who struggled with English but found simple, everyday methods to become confident and fluent. How did she do it? Let's dive in. Emma was 24 years old and lived in a small town. In her town, most people didn't speak English. Because of this, Emma rarely heard or spoke English herself. She always felt nervous when she had to speak in English, even with her friends. She was shy and scared of making mistakes. Every time she tried to speak, her words would get stuck. She worried that people might laugh at her if she said something wrong. One day, Emma had an important job interview. She wanted to do well, but when the interviewer asked her a simple question in English, she froze. She couldn't answer. Her mind went blank, and she felt so embarrassed. After the interview, Emma left feeling sad and disappointed. She knew she had to do something to improve her English. That evening, Emma sat down with her notebook. She started thinking hard about how she could get better at English. She asked herself, how can I improve my English? Where should I start? Emma realized she didn't need to join an expensive course or hire a private tutor. Instead, she decided to make her own plan. She knew that with hard work and daily practice, she could learn English and feel more confident. From that moment, Emma was determined to change her life by improving her English step by step. Step 1. Start small and practice daily. Emma decided to practice speaking English every day, even if no one was around to listen. She would stand in front of a mirror each morning and talk to herself as if she were having a conversation. She would say simple sentences like, "Good morning, Emma. Today, I will go to the market and then read a book." At first, it felt a little funny. She even giggled at herself for talking to the mirror. But Emma realized this was a great way to practice forming sentences without feeling shy or nervous. She could take her time and correct herself if she made a mistake. Slowly, this small habit made her feel more confident about speaking English. Emma also started a fun activity to learn new words. She got a notebook and called it her Word of the Day book. Every morning, she would pick one new English word to learn. She would write it down, find its meaning, and use it in sentences throughout the day. One day, Emma chose the word challenge. She looked up its meaning and practiced saying, "Learning English is a challenge, but I can do it." By repeating this sentence, Emma not only learned the word, but also started to believe in herself. This daily habit helped her build a stronger vocabulary, and soon she was using all the new words she had learned in her conversations. Emma discovered that small steps like these could make a big difference in improving her English. Step 2. Watch and listen. Emma loved watching movies. She thought, what if I watched them in English? It could help me learn. So, she started watching her favorite movies with English subtitles. At first, it wasn't easy. The characters spoke quickly, and Emma didn't understand all the words. But she didn't give up. Emma noticed something interesting while watching. When she listened carefully, she learned how words were pronounced. For example, in one movie, she heard the word beautiful. She repeated it after the characters and realized how it was used in a sentence. Slowly, Emma began understanding the meaning of words by seeing how they were used in the story. But movies weren't her only secret. Emma also loved listening to music. She thought, if I sing along to English songs, I can learn even more. She picked her favorite songs and wrote down the lyrics. When she found words she didn't know, she looked them up in a dictionary. One of Emma's favorite songs was Imagine by John Lennon. Its simple and clear English made it easy for her to understand. She sang along to the song every day, practicing the words. It became one of her favorite activities because it made learning fun and helped her improve her pronunciation. Emma also started listening to podcasts. These were like small radio shows where people spoke in English. She chose podcasts about topics she liked, such as animals and stories. Listening to these helped her get used to how people speak in daily life. By watching movies, singing songs, and listening to podcasts, Emma turned learning English into a fun and exciting part of her day. Step 3. Find speaking partners. Emma realized that to get better at English, she needed to talk with someone in the language. Talking with others would help her practice speaking and listening, just like how we get better at playing a game by playing it often. Emma thought about her friend Sophie, who spoke English very well. One day, Emma asked Sophie, "Can you help me practice English?" Sophie smiled and said, "Of course. Let's talk for 10 minutes every day." They decided to keep their conversation simple. They talked about fun and easy topics like their favorite foods, the hobbies they enjoyed, and what they planned to do on the weekend. For example, Emma, "What is your favorite food, Sophie?" Sophie, "I love pizza." "What about you?" Emma, "I like ice cream." At first, Emma felt nervous and made a lot of mistakes. She sometimes used the wrong words or forgot how to say something. But Sophie was very kind. She would say, "Don't worry about being perfect, Emma. Just keep trying. Mistakes are a part of learning." This made Emma feel better and gave her the courage to keep speaking. As Emma practiced every day, she began to feel more confident. She realized that even if she made mistakes, people understood what she wanted to say. Slowly, Emma's speaking skills improved. One day, Sophie told Emma about English-speaking groups online. These were groups where people from different countries chatted with each other in English. Emma joined one of these groups and made new friends. She loved talking to people from places like Japan, Brazil, and Canada. She learned new words and how people used English in different ways. Practicing real conversations helped Emma become braver and better at English. She learned that speaking every day, even for a few minutes, can make a big difference. Step 4. Read what you love. Emma loved reading stories, but she was too scared to pick up English books. Sophie suggested starting with simple ones like The Little Prince or short fairy tales. Emma fell in love with a story called The Ugly Duckling. As she read, she underlined words she didn't understand and looked them up. Slowly, she realized that reading in English wasn't as hard as she thought. Step 5. Write your thoughts. To practice even more, Emma started keeping a diary in English. She wrote about her day, her dreams, and even funny mistakes she made while learning. One entry read, "Today I talked to a tourist in English. I said, 'Do you need help?' He smiled and said yes. I felt proud, even though I made a small mistake. I'm getting better every day." The turning point. Months passed, and Emma's confidence grew. She was speaking more fluently, understanding conversations, and even helping others learn English. One day, she got another job interview. This time, when the interviewer asked her a question, Emma smiled and answered clearly. The interviewer said, "You've got the job." Emma couldn't believe it. All her hard work had paid off. Emma's lessons for you. Emma learned some really helpful tips while trying to improve her English. These tips are simple and easy to follow, and they can help you too. Let's understand each one. 1. Don't fear mistakes. They're your best teachers. Emma understood that it's okay to make mistakes. When you try to speak English and say something wrong, don't feel bad. Mistakes show you what to improve. For example, if you say, he go to school, and someone corrects you with, he goes to school, you'll remember it better next time. Mistakes are like friendly teachers. They help you learn something new. 2. Practice every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Emma didn't wait for a special day to practice English. She practiced every day, even if it was only for 5 or 10 minutes. You can do the same. Speak a few sentences in English. Write a short diary entry. Or read a small story. Regular practice helps you improve faster, just like playing your favorite sport or learning a new game. 3. Surround yourself with English. Listen, read, and speak. Emma made sure to add English to her daily life. She listened to English songs and watched English movies with subtitles. She read simple books and stories in English. She also talked to her friends in English, even if it was just a few words. You can try this too. The more you see, hear, and speak English, the more comfortable you will feel. 4. Have fun. Enjoy songs, movies, and conversations. Learning doesn't have to be boring. Emma found fun ways to learn English. She sang along to her favorite songs, laughed while watching funny movies, and enjoyed talking to her friends. You can turn learning English into a game or a fun activity. When you enjoy something, it becomes easier to remember. Final message. Emma's story shows us that learning English doesn't happen in one day, but it's not too hard if you follow these steps. Be brave, practice every day, and have fun. Soon, you'll feel more confident and happy while speaking English. Emma's story reminds us that learning English is a journey, not a race. With patience, practice, and a little creativity, anyone can improve their English and find their voice. Thank you for watching Emma's journey. If her story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories and tips to improve your English. What's your biggest challenge in learning English? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to help.